Okay then. So we'll begin our topic Vijayanagar Empire. Today we revise once what happened in the previous class, where did we stop and where we are proceeding. Okay, so shall we see the overview of the Vijayanagar Empire of previous class? I gave a small introduction. What are the things were there in the Vijayanagar Empire? What happened? How many dynasties ruled Vijayanagaram? For how many years they stayed back? What kind of empire it was? Who visited the empire? How many rulers ruled the Vijayanagara Empire? Okay, before going to that, I spoke about Aladdin Khilji. Okay, during the 13th century, okay, till 14th century, uh, these Delhi sultans were expanding their administration, which means they were in power. They were going on conquering the status. They were conquering the states, like from Delhi to Vijayanagara. They were coming to conquer. This Aladdin Khilji had an idea to become Alauddin Khilji had an idea to become Sikandar. I told you what is Sikandar? Sikandar means he wanted to become second Alexander the Great. Second Alexander the Great conquered half of the world, but Alauddin Khilji had an idea of conquering complete world. Okay, this is a foundation step. What happened during the 13th to 14th century? Delhi sultans were in power. They were conquering. By that time, our Vijayanagara empire stood as a great administration empire. They stood. They never allowed anyone inside their territory. Then afterwards there was a collapse of Vijayanagara with the Talikuta battle. There they collapsed. Then what are the kingdoms were there during this 13th to 14th century? Like in these centuries, we had Yadavas of Devagiri, Hoysalas of Dwarasamudra, Kakatiyas of Warangal, Pandyas of Madurai, and other were there. So these people were defeated by this Alauddin Khilji, Sikandar, okay, by Delhi Sultan. So then what happened? This powerful Vijayanagara Empire was there from the year 1336 to 1646, almost 300. They ruled the Vijayanagara Empire almost 300. So, in this lesson, we study the dynamic rule of the Vijayanagara Empire, then the contribution of political, social, economical, and religious contribution towards the history. Okay, these are the outlines where you see here in this lesson. Then afterwards, very important point is, after 300 years, the Vijayanagara Empire found collapse, or it started to decline with the Talikota battle. This is a small introduction. Okay, what are the things are going to arise in the lesson? So afterwards, we saw about Vijayanagara Empire. Okay, we'll listen to Vijayanagara Empire.
Devaraya the first, Devaraya the second, and Krishna Devaraya were the important rulers of the empire. Krishna Devaraya. Krishna Dev
Okay, so here what happened. Before that, I told you the Vijayanagara
to
Empire.
make administration easier, the provinces were divided into villages.
The Vijayanagara Empire was ruled by major four dynasties. So first dynasty was Sangama dynasty. From the year 1336 to 1485, around 150 years, Sangama dynasty ruled the Vijayanagara Empire. It is in a chronological order. Then afterwards, you can see Salva dynasty. So Salva dynasty came to power in the year 1485 to 1505. They ruled the Vijayanagar Empire around 20 years. Then later you see Tuluva dynasty. Tuluva dynasty came to power in the year 1505 to 1567. Around 60 years they ruled. Then later you find Aravidu dynasty 1570 to 1646, around 70 years. Okay, these are the four major dynasties who ruled Vijayanagar Empire around 300 years. I think you people have note down the point which I told. Sangama dynasty ruled around 150 years, Salva dynasty ruled around 20 years, Tulwa dynasty ruled around 60 years, Aravidu dynasty ruled around 70 years. Here you could see the first dynasty, Sangama dynasty, ruled around 150 years. They are in the top. They ruled for 150 because of their administration, the strong military hold, and the secularistic approach. You know, like they gave opportunity to everyone in the courtyard. Okay, the administration, business. These uphold. Okay, the strong influence of king made Sangama dynasty to stay back for 150 years. Secondly, we see Aravidu dynasty was in the power, like they ruled around 70 years. Third, it is going to be Tulua dynasty, they ruled around 60 years. Last but not the least, Salwa dynasty, which ruled for 20 years. This happened because of the defect of administration. Okay, when we have proper administration and military force, we can defend any country. For example, if you take India, our military is the fourth largest military. Am I right? It's a powerful. So enemies cannot attack or invade. They cannot come in directly because our administration is powerful, military is powerful. We are seeing over the international relationship. Am I right? Administration is so good. So it is going very softly. But here in the Salva dynasty, slowly the administration started to collapse. Then finally it was handed over to Tulua dynasty. Then it came to Arabidu. These are the important elements or aspect about these four dynasties. Okay, next we see that Vijayanagara Empire was founded in the year 1336 Common Era. So it was established on the bank of Tungabhadra river by the sons of Sangama. I told you why did this people establish their empire bank of on the bank of Tungabhadra. So here you could see our civilizations emerged on the banks. Mesopotamia, Indus Valley civilization. Okay, many civilization came to light on the bank of river. The first reason is the rivers were major contribution to any life or any cities civilization or any lifestyle. See, the rivers are going to contribute soil. It will get fertile soil during the floods. It brings lot of soil and it deposits on the bank, which is called alluvial soil, which is loosely packed, say, so people can grow very easily. For agriculture it is suitable. Second thing, when the agriculture is more, actually India is based upon, Indian economy is based upon agriculture. So, when the agriculture is prosperous, when agriculture is more, obviously the administration and empire used to get good revenue, tax or income. Okay, then the another aspect from the militant. So, if they are having river across or beside or in front of their particular administration area, it is very difficult to get inside the particular fort or the geographical area because the enemies cannot attack directly. They should come across, they should sail across the river and they should come to the fort. If you go to Srirangpatna, you can see there Tipu Sultan has built a channel. If you go to Srirangpatna, you can see on the banks of Kaveri, Tipu Sultan has constructed palace. You know, If you can see there, you can see the prison over there, and around Srirangpatna Kaveri river flows. He made it because it would be difficult to any enemy to attack on the particular administration. So here, as I told, the sons of Sangamas, this Sangama is a particular family, so his sons, okay, started this administration. So there first it comes Hariara, who is popular as Hakka. Second comes Bukkaraya, who is popularly known as Bukka, and other sons like Kampana, Marappa, and Mudappa. These are the people who played a predominant role in Vijayanagara administration. Then, as usual, I told like there will be a capital. Right. So there will be capital for any administrative area. Best example, Kar- uh, Karnataka state's capital is Bangalore. Am I right? From there, we get some laws. From Vidhana Saudha, all MLAs sit together and discuss about the particular issue or about the finance. Then they enforce the rule on the state. These things, because from the capital, administrative works are divided. Okay, then as the same, we have an emblem. Am I right? So we have an emblem like the same even a Vijayanagar Empire had, which is Varaha, boar. Okay, which is similar to pig. Okay, for a general sense. Okay, it's a boar. You should call it as boar. Please don't write pig. Okay, it's a boar. Then afterwards, we'll get into the history of these four dynasties. Okay, what happened in the Sangama dynasty? So today we will see all four dynasties and another important ruler like Praudadevaraya. So till there, today we are going to see. So first, as I told, it is going to be Sangama dynasty. As I told, Sangama dynasty, as I told, Sangama dynasty ruled around 150 years. Okay, here, as I told, for the any dynasty, the political administration and military administration and economical administration is very essential. The role of king is to take care of citizen and expansion of kingdom. It is very essential. For example, assume that you are a king. If you want to get your name, if you want to get a great name, if you want to be popular, what will you do? You fight against someone to showcase your power. Am I right? To showcase your power, you fight and you get your name. Why did Alexander the Great got the popular name? Why do we respect him? Because he fought against half of the world. So he is popular. Like the same, here, first king was Hariyara. Nickname is Hakka. As I told, from 1336 to 1357, around 150 year, they ruled the administration. Especially they took control over the regions of Tungabhadra. As I told, so nearby there were some places. They started to add those places to this administration. Then what happened? They planned that the administration is so limited. Okay, the geographical area is so limited. So what they did, they extended their empire till to Konkan region, Konkan coastal areas to west. Coastal areas is areas which are associated with sea. Then they expanded to Nellore and Kadapa of east. Again, they went to the east. They went to west, east to then again what happened? Then they went to uh, Krishna River, and they went to Kaveri to the south. Finally, they had extended their administration to all the four direction from Vijayanagara. They went to west till Konkan region, Nelluru and Kadapa. is in the east. They extended till east. Then Kaveri in the north. They had Krishna river. They went to Krishna river, and at last they had Kaveri river in the south. Finally, they touched the borders of Kaveri. Then after this, we have a after this we had a important fact in this Sangama dynasty, important fact or an important event which happened. So here what happened, Hariyara had Hariyara died. Then afterwards he had no sons. So what he did, Hariyara's brother Bukkaraya, Hariyara's brother Bukkaraya took over the administration because Hariyara had no sons. During his rule, his son Kampana expanded the empire by defeating the sultans of Madurai. So what happened? So Bukkaraya was a king. He was administrating. His son Kampana was also prince who started to expand. So they started to go for war against the sultans of Madurai. So this is a great event. What is a great event? Kampana, son of Bukkaraya, is defeating or has or had defeated the Sultan of Madurai. This was explained in a book called Madura Vijayam. So if you have textbook, please open your textbook in the page number 2, it is there. The page number 2, it is there. Madura Vijayam is very important. The defeat of the defeat of the Sultan of Madurai by Kampana, okay, which is written in Madura Vijayam. So it is noted or penned down, written by Kampana's queen Ganga Devi. So what happened? This is written by Kampana's queen, means Kampana's wife. Okay, her name is Ganga Devi. Then Bukka captured Penukonda by defeating Reddis of Kondavidu and included it to Vijayanagara. Then another what happened here, Kampana occupied sultans of Madurai. Then afterwards father went and occupied Penukonda by defeating Reddis of Kondavidu. So they included these two Vijayanagara empire. Then afterwards you see some kings, they are minor kings, they are not much important. So let's go to another a dynasty called. So next dynasty is Salwa dynasty. So this dynasty is bit complicated. Why? Because in the Salwa dynasty what happened? The power is taken by Salwa Narasimha in the year 1485 common year. He ruled for 6 years. Then afterwards he died in the year 1491 common era. Children were minor. Kingdom was under the protection of a community called Tuluva. So what happened here in the Salva dynasty? In the Salva dynasty, Salva Narasimha is a king. Okay, he was there only for 6 years. By the time what happened, by the time he died, his children were minor. They were very small. They were unable to take care of the administration, or they were unable to come to the throne. They were unable to come to the power. So what happened? They finally gave up their power to a particular community called Tulua Tulua community. Clear with that? So it is unlike our Sangama dynasty. In the Sangama dynasty, what happened? People were so powerful, they started to occupy north, east, west, south. Clear. Then Hariyara did not have son, but his brother took over, then his son took over. They finally proved they ruled around 150 years and they proved themselves. Clear with that? Then when it comes to Salva dynasty, here in the Salva dynasty, what happened? They ruled only 20 years. They ruled Only 20 years because of this reason. He had no he had children, but they were not in adulthood. They didn't grieve. They were not youth. They were small kids. So this problem arose, and this went on to the particular community called Tuluva community. This Tuluva Narasimha Nayaka, he started to rule over this administration. So in the year 1505 common era, in the common era, Veera Narasimha, son of Tuluva Narasimha Nayaka, started the rule of Tuluva dynasty. After his death, his brother Krishna Devaraya came to power. So after Tuluva dynasty, you saw after Salva dynasty, you saw Tuluva dynasty. In this Tuluva dynasty, Krishna Devaraya came to the power. Okay, these are the outline of these three major dynasties. By the time we meet a person, we meet a person called Devaraya II. Okay, Devaraya II. His name is Prouda Devaraya. His name is Prouda Devaraya. From the year 1424 to 1446 Common Era, he ruled the Vijayanagar Empire. 1424 to 1446 Common Era. So here what happened? During his reign, during his administration, a Persian ambassador, okay, Persian ambassador in the sense representative from Persia, had come to visit this Vijayanagara dynasty during the administration of Devaraya II. So what happened here? The Persian ambassador name is Abdul Razak. So he visited Vijayanagara kingdom during Prouda Devaraya period, and he started saying like this: I have seen such a rich kingdom like Vijayanagara for the first time. The capital has 7 forts and Raja's army has lack of soldiers. Clear? He is appreciating Vijayanagara Empire. Why? The administration of Prouda Devaraya is so staunch, so robust, which is powerful. So what happened here? Here he had 7 forts in a capital. Which is their capital? Capital is Hampi. They had 7 residential or a fort across their administration, and they had lakhs of soldiers, which means their militant power is so strong to fight against someone, to fight against their enemies. So what happened here? Here the another aspect is he brought the theme of secular, which means all are equal, so all are together. So what happened? He allowed Muslim soldiers. Okay, he allowed Muslim soldiers. As I told, during this Hampi or the Vijayanagara administration, there were like Hindu rules, but also people started to admit all religion. So they allowed Muslim soldiers skilled in archery and horse taming. With the help of army, again they defeat Reddy of Kondavidu region. So what they did, these Muslims, along with these Muslim soldiers, there were expertise. Now in the soldiers there will be different section. One will be a gunman, Havaldar, Zubedar. Like the same, here what happened? There were some Muslim soldiers who are very skilled in archery, and some are good at horse raiding, horse taming, and some people were good with the machineries or technology. What they did with the help of the great army. As Abdul Razak says, there were lack of soldiers in this administration, in Devaraya II or Prouda Devaraya's administration. These people went with a force and they finally occupied, they defeated Reddys of Kondavidu region. Finally, they won the war. Then what happened? Then they defeated the famous Mudugal fort, Raichur. Okay, what happened? In the Raichur, they had a fort which was occupied by Ahmed Shah Bahmani Sultan. This Bahmani Sultan had come to the Mudugal fort and he occupied it. Okay, with all this strong army, they went against them and they defeated and they got back their fort. Then what happened? There were two brave commanders in his administration, Lakana Dandesha. Lakana Dandesha. These people defeated. These people defeated the kings of Kerala and Sri Lanka and they collected all the treasure. No, people when they go, these two great commanders, they went, they fought, they collected their amount from their. See, since they have won over the particular war, they should get some compensation, or they wanted to reach their treasury, so they used to get something from there, like gold, silver, or something, some precious things. They used to get it from there. Finally, these two people brought some treasure from Kerala and Sri Lanka and they deposited in Vijayanagar. Then what happened? In here, they built a Jain and Vaishnava temple in the capital. So their capital is Hampi. In the Hampi, they had constructed a beautiful Jain temple and Vaishnava temple, and as I told, they were secular, which means they were giving opportunity to all the religion. Like they permitted Muslim brothers to construct mosque. Masjid, when your term is masjid, you can say. So they allowed them to construct. Then afterwards, these all are about their administration and their military and the war. There was a there was a contribution towards literature. He had Telugu poet Srinatha, Sanskrit philosopher Dindama, then Kannada poet and minister like Lakana and Danvas. So here Dandesh, sorry, he had Telugu poet Srinath, Sanskrit philosopher Dindama, and Kannada poet and the minister Lakana and Dandesh were patronized in his kingdom. Okay, they were given more opportunity. They were taking lead in the administration. They were suggesting king what happens, that this and all. Then finally, the important element of his reign was it gave resurrection, which means rise. Okay, rise with the power. Okay, it gave an opportunity or it gave a permission to resurrect the Veerashaivism. Okay, Veerashaivism came to power. Then, as a king has done many good things, many great things. So they have occupied Sri Lanka, then Kerala, then they have safeguarded their Bijapur fort. They had lakhs together soldiers, seven fort. So it is a great work it's a great work of Devaraya too, Prouda Devaraya. So what they did, this made him to get appreciation. When you do something, for example, we don't call Alexander, we call Alexander the Great. The title the Great is given for his great work. Nowadays you find many prizes like awarding doctorate, and people do give him Nobel Peace Prize for many people, because of their great achievements. Like the same, this Prouda Devaraya had got a title called Gaja Bentegara Chatus Samudradavas Chatus Samudra Divas Chatus Samudradishwara. Then he died. These are the very beautiful title which are given. So then what, after this title, after doing this work, he died. Then after his death, after his death, his son Mallikarjuna came to the power, and then his son Virupaksha came to the power. Then these people started to rule the Vijayanagara. These two were very weak in administration. Mallikarjuna and Virupaksha, These two people were very weak in administration. Finally, his administration was given to the Salva Narasimha. He took over, a strong commander took over this dynasty. This is for today.